Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Raw Take. I'm your host, Rob Reed. This is your review for the August 3rd, 2021 edition of NXT. First, we get a match between Ashanti the Adonis and Top Dollar of Hit Row. They are taking on Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde of Legado del Fantasma. This was a really good match. As would be expected of Top Dollar is I think he is amazing. I think outside of Swerve, I think that he's probably the best other worker in Hit Row. He's another one of these big guys that just does moves that I don't know how. This is a really good match. It ended in DQ with Santos Escobar interrupting. I'm okay with that. I don't really like seeing either team right now getting one over the other. So I understand they want to keep do DQs to kind of keep both of them strong before they have their eventual big match takeover. I was fine with this. This is the best program on NXT right now. I think Hit Row is like the best act in all of WWE outside of Roman Reigns. The only one coming close is now Samoa Joe, as they're bringing him up. But Hit Row is by far my favorite thing on NXT. Okay, outside of somebody else who will be coming up later. Up next, we have Ridge Holland. He's making his in-ring return against Ike Manjiro. This is just a big old squash. I liked it. Ridge Holland looked really good. Showing off a lot of suplexes and all kinds of stuff. He does I don't even know how to explain it, kind of a suplex into like a side slam. It looked really cool. And that's your finish. Then Pete Dunne comes in and says Ridge Holland took out both Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher, and who wants to, they're the best group in NXT right now. Who wants to prove him wrong? I would, once the title picture is changed, is fixed, I would very much like to see Pete Dunne provoke Samoa Joe. I like this group. I think Ridge Holland's going to do really well. I know before his injury, of course, we all know Vince McMahon's history of being high on somebody and then immediately souring on them. But I know before Holland got hurt, Vince was reportedly really high on him. And even to the point he was almost called up before he got hurt. I don't know if his injury caused any difference, but we'll see. I think he should do really well. He's a big dude. Vince loves his big dudes. And everything I've seen him do looks pretty good. Next, we have Roderick Strong versus Bobby Fish, and as would be expected, this is really damn good. They've known each other for like 20 years, 15, 20 years. as expected, great match. Roderick Strong wins clean. I did think it was funny right before the break, before this match. You heard "Strong Fish" next. I thought that was funny. It gave me a giggle. But yeah, this was a really good match. I was fine with it. Roderick Strong needs the wins a lot more than Bobby Fish right now, so I fully understand why he would win. Next we have, so before break we have Cameron Grimes and LA Knight are in the back. Cameron Grimes is carrying bags, and there's going to be a tag team match tonight. Cameron Grimes and Knight are going to take on the Grizzled Young Vets. So first, Knight's like, I need to know I can trust you, and Grimes is like, I've proved plenty of times now I'm a man of my word. Now will you be a man of your word and have my back? Of course, LA Knight's trying to say, oh yeah, we'll see. They have a match. Their tag match with Grizzled Young Vets goes as expected, just as Grimes is trying to get the tag. LA Knight walks off. Grimes has a good comeback. Makes the big fight, but eventually Grizzled Young Vets get the win. As he's in the ring, Ted DiBiase comes out and helps Grimes to the back. I think this is Cameron Grimes is my third favorite thing in all of WWE. I love Cameron Grimes. He's so good. He's funny. He's relatable. He's doing this thing where the WWE does not do often with baby faces when they lose these you gotta be my butler thing. Instead of like being all pissed about it, he's like all in with it, and I love it. I 100% love it. I know the payoff is going to be him, LA Knight turning around and getting a big old punch by Cameron Grimes, and I'm going to pop when it happens. I love this part. I love this stuff. This not only reminds me of like old NXT, this reminds me of like my childhood, like early 90s, late 80s WWF stuff, like especially with like the golf trip from last week, like 100% reminded me of stuff you'd see like Bobby Heenan and Mean Gene doing. I'm all in on this stuff. It's so good. Next, we have Dakota Kai has a fantastic promo. Fantastic, like, fancy shot promo in the back. Talking about how she brought up Raquel Gonzalez from obscurity. She was, she saw the potential in Raquel from the beginning, brought her up, and then Raquel became the champion. When everybody knows that she's the best wrestler of the two, and she should be champion. And she makes up a line that I haven't heard since childhood days. I brought you into this world, and I can take you out of it. That's the line dads tell their kids when they're acting up. I thought, but I love this. I'm all in on this match coming up. It was so good. Dakota Kai has been so good. She is so good on the mic right now. Next, we have another first round tournament match in the breakout NXT breakout tournament. It's Trey Baxter and Joe Gacy. This is really good, really good. Joe Gacy is going to be really good, but Trey Baxter is by far probably one of the guys you should really look for in this tournament. He's probably going to go really far. Trey Baxter picks up the win. Really good match. That's as much as I can say. It was a really good match. Next we get a really okay. Well, I'll tell you the really good part, but before that, yeah, that champion. Karrion Kross shows up like in the crowd, and I'm guessing this is the bit that they had to reshoot because of the Jeff Hardy chants. He comes out of the crowd and he's the Herald of Doomsday. Then Samoa Joe comes out and and then Karrion Kross runs off, scampers away. Samoa Joe better murder Karrion Kross at this point. Main roster has completely killed any bit of mystique that Karrion Kross had. I wasn't the biggest fan of his in NXT to begin with. He was the most main roster guy ever on NXT, if you ask me. He just never really fit, but he was the guy they pushed to the title. He was undefeated, and then he goes on Raw and loses twice in the last 3 weeks, which completely kills everything they've been building between Samoa Joe and Karrion Kross on here. And the thing that annoys me to no end is they act like the main roster stuff doesn't exist. They act like it never happened. And that he's still this unstoppable freaking monster. He's not. He's been beaten twice. He got beat. Yeah, sure, it was a roll up and Jeff Hardy put his feet up. Yeah, fine. No, he got full on whooped by pinned clean with a spirit bomb by Keith Lee. Mystique was over. Samoa Joe needs to choke him out and send him on to the main roster. Get him out of here. Let's move on to some really good Samoa Joe matches. That's what I want to see. I want to see NXT stuff, not Karrion Kross stuff. Get him out. Now we're going to see something that's going to be really good NXT stuff. We have a vignette with talking about Walter's match coming up with Ilya Dragunov. This is going to be so good. If you haven't seen the first match, go watch it. It is by far WWE's best match of the year. And I imagine this to be not much different. I do think Ilya Dragunov's going to finally get the win. I think they're finally going to take the title off of Walter. I'm so ready for this, 100%. So after this, there is a really, really bad, like bad segment. It's Zoe Stark and Io Shirai go to a Japanese restaurant. And Io Shirai orders something in Japanese. You know, even though they're in Orlando, so any place they go, probably going to have an English translated menu. She orders in Japanese, so Zoe Stark orders the same thing, and it ends up being squid tail, and she doesn't like it, and it comes off very I don't want to say racist, but pretty pretty in bad taste. I did not like this whatsoever. It can go away. I like them in matches. I like them as a tag team, but they need to stay away from this stuff. Far away from it. Okay, so now we get to the main event of the show. This is the Love Her or Lose Her match that they've built to for months. They have built to this for months. This Index, Indy Hartwell, Dexter Lumis stuff. They finally have this match. That the stipulation of this match is Dexter Lumis has to win the match to be in a relationship with Indy Hartwell. Dexter Lumis loses the match, but even though he lost the match, Indy Hartwell runs back down and like Thez presses Dexter and kisses him. And it's like, if you're going to do this, why not just have Dexter Lumis win? Johnny Gargano can take this loss. It's okay. He's allowed to lose this match. This has been the whole build-up of this story. Is him winning Indy. Why have him lose the match? If you're just going to keep them together, have him win the match. It made 0 sense. It made 0 sense to me. Like, the whole night, I was like, Dexter's going to win the match. Dexter's going to win the match. Then he loses. And it's like, okay, so they're not going to put them together? Because I was expecting, like, funny Dexter Lumis stuff with the way. But no, they do this thing. I don't know if it looks like their Indy's breaking away from the way. This is really bad. I love the way. 2 weeks ago, they got rid of Austin Theory. It looks like he's going to the main roster. So he left. Now they're taking Indy out of it. And I'm not a fan. I'm okay with the whole Index thing. I think it's kind of stupid, but I'm okay with it. But if you're going to do this, have him win the match. Have Dexter Lumis win the match. There's no reason for him to lose here. None. It doesn't make any sense why he loses the match. Lost the match, but won the girl. Yeah. When the purpose of the match If we're going to go by this logic, by WWE logic here, if the purpose of the match is to win the girl, win the fucking match. That's all I got for you. I'll see you next time. I'm Rob Reed. This is The Raw Take. If you like this video, give me a like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you next time.